Konnichiwa, my dudes. Some of you might remember that video I made a few months ago about that new Tatsuki Fujimoto one-shot manga called Look Back. That's one of the better performing videos on my channel, so thank you so much if you watched that. If you haven't watched it yet, I'll leave a link to that in the description below and also right up here if you want to click on that. That aside, I loved Look Back so much that I had to buy a physical copy all the way from Japan. And actually, a few things surprised me when I picked up the physical copy of Look Back, so I thought I'd share with you all the cool things I found about the physical Japanese copy of Tatsuki Fujimoto's Look Back. First of all, let's look at the cover. I love this artwork. Front cover, back cover. I always leave these little things on the bottom of my manga when I get them. I don't know why, it's just a me thing. Every manga I have that comes with this always has this on it. The full color pages that Tatsuki Fujimoto does, like this cover for Look Back, reminds me a lot of Sui Ishida's old full color pages, and that makes a lot of sense because Sui Ishida, mangaka that is behind Tokyo Ghoul and the new Chojin X series, was a big inspiration for Tatsuki Fujimoto. I'll give you a look at Sui Ishida's full color art as well so you can get a comparison. This is from the Tokyo Ghoul Art Book 1 Zaki. If we just look through some of these, you can see a lot of the brush strokes in here are also a lot like the heavy brush strokes used in Look Back. If you take a look at the hair, especially comparing the hair here, and like you can kind of see it in the colors and the shading, you see it there as well. It kind of reminds me of like the classical painter Titian and how all of his paintings and his style that he coined were, they would look gorgeous from afar, but when you get close and look at like the nitty-gritty, you can see all the different brush strokes in the painting and all the perfect little imperfections. I'm not really a classical art fan, but I love this Titian-esque manga art that Fujimoto and Ishida have brought about with their works. That's enough penis gobbling from me. I swear to God I'm not as pretentious as that last little bit made me sound. I burp, fart, and shit like everyone else. Okay? The next thing I noticed was how cute and small the physical copy of Look Back is. Look at that. Here's a comparison next to the shortest volume of Chainsaw Man, volume 11. You can see that Look Back is much thinner in comparison, which makes sense, it's a one-shot. Look Back kind of makes volume 11 look like a bad dragon, even though it's really short by manga standards. And it kind of makes sense that Look Back is so short. It is a one-shot. Even though it is a feature-length one-shot, it's not enough to kind of fill a regular manga volume. The next cool and somewhat inconsequential thing I noticed about Look Back is that, unlike Chainsaw Man, it has absolutely zero Hiragana. If we look closely at the Japanese text in Look Back, there's absolutely zero Hiragana pronunciation guides for the kanji. Like a lot of people have already said, this is a bit more of a refined and mature work for Fujimoto, so it makes a lot of sense if it's a little bit harder to read than his other manga. I mean, none of the kanji used in Look Back is actually any more difficult than that of Chainsaw Man. It just lacks the pronunciation guide that some younger Japanese readers might need. I'd actually highly recommend anyone who's at the intermediate level of learning Japanese to pick up this manga in Japanese, just because it has a lot of commonly used kanji, and I think it's a really good practice to learning more and more. And if you're someone who wants to pick up a Japanese physical copy of Look Back, I literally ordered this 2 days ago on Kinokuniya and it's already here, so I highly suggest that. I'll put a link to the Kinokuniya store down below in the description. I mean, other than that, there's no omakes or anything like that, so everything that's in the Viz app that you've read for Look Back already is basically what's in the book, so there's nothing new, really. Also, I'm not sure if anyone else has seen this yet, but Tatsuki Fujimoto is dropping a compilation of short manga stories called 17 to 21, which is coming out in October. I already pre-ordered a copy of it, so the day I get that, you'll be seeing it on this channel. If you go to the Japanese Shueisha website, you can actually read one of the stories in Japanese as like a preview, and I've looked through it already, and it's pretty funny. So, yeah, I'd definitely say look forward to that. If you liked this video, please consider liking this video and subscribing to my YouTube channel. It helps a lot and I love making these videos. Check out one of my other videos up here or in the description below. I have a fun, crazy Chainsaw Man theory video coming soon. I think that's going to be out in a couple days now. Follow me on social medias like Twitter and Instagram. Links down in the description below for more updates. And on that note, I'll see you guys next time. That I even bought a physical copy of it all the way from, fuck.